welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. It is Daytona 500 opening practice, so sorry we're a bit late here. We had some technical difficulties, but we are here tonight for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Season number 4, Daytona 500 first practice. Oh! Big wreck here in 1 and 2. And, oh my god, oh, that's a horrific wreck. Absolutely terrible. Multiple cars on the wall. You got CJ Ribbon down here as well. As the only car over the line so far is John Butler in that 09. See, I just had a couple of technical difficulties with iRacing and getting involved with the session, so got that all fixed up for the most part, and should be good to go. "15 minutes remaining. Oh, trouble! Just make contact down here. The 1 of Webster slams into the wall. As they're gonna look like they're gonna have a bit of a practice start coming up. For Chevrolets. Oh, it's Connor Asbell just drives on by. Oh, and they spin each other down here as they're still going really slow on that back straightaway. Stacy in the grass in his season, his first full-time Cup season, and his second full-time Cup season is the 09 of John Butler. And he goes for a bit of a slide. So once again, cars roll off of pit road here at the World Center of Racing. So of course, Xfinity Series practice just wrapped up here in Daytona. It was a good session. As we got a car blowing up the 22 of Cole Wilson. I saw Maddox Beard, the second full-time Xfinity Series season, top of the board. Roll down the back straightaway here in the 3 and 4. To the outside goes the 22 of Cole Wilson on Braden Hunsicker. Side-by-side action here. They roll down the back straightaway yet again. And it looks like 22 Wilson has front-end damage, as you can see. There's the 7 of Matthew White, your defending Daytona 500 champion. Won it, of course, in Season 3 in a thrilling photo finish with Connor Asbell. Of course, this is the first of 3 practice sessions for the Season 4 Daytona 500. So here once again in turns number 1 and 2, and then on the back straightaways, the 09 to John Butler all by himself. And more cars rolling on the backstretch here once again. Oh! In the wall, there's Asbel and the 77 of Hunsicker. Braden Hunsicker from the outside, Matthew White on his bumper. Cameron Chandler looking to the inside there once again. Cole Wilson in the 22. And Ashton Miller down low as well. You got Butler on the back straightaway. Here's a couple more cars heading down into 3 and 4. Alright, so, of course, this Cup Series session having a couple technical difficulties for whatever reason. The Xfinity Series was pretty much okay. We're going to fix something real quick, and we'll be right back here in Daytona. So, still trying to get through some difficulties. I've had a couple of those this season. Early on, of course, in speed weeks. But, of course, just practice, so it doesn't really matter. Still having difficulties here. Just stay with us from Daytona about 41 minutes to go in the session. All right. Still trying to work through some things. But we're back live here from Daytona. Once again from the World Center of Racing. All right. Oh, my God. Multiple cars involved as they come up here to the outside once again. Here's the 94 of Urban heading into Pit Road. Oh! Upside down Matthew White, and iRacing is not, I don't even know what it's doing at this point. And here they go once again. About 38 minutes to go here in Daytona for Daytona 500 opening practice for the Great American Race. This car's head single file here down the front straightaway. And into 1 and 2, you got Asbel and Benton pushing low. Bryce Benton, what a fantastic clash he had at the Bonza Oval. Ended up leading a lot of laps. Unfortunately, just got beat out in the closing final laps. Got purely involved in a wreck. Avoided most of it, but his momentum was killed. And Bryce Benton, looking for a turnaround, is now upside down into the wall. And iRacing net coding is the 72 of Asbel. And yeah, net code is very, very bad today. Matthew White is just absolutely driving through Bryce Benton, and they're going to wreck here on the front straightaway as a massive crash happens. And there's Miller once again. All right. Here they go once again. Off the pit road. As Miller and Matthew White get together down there. Oh, it's big wreck here. Down in 3 and 4. Alright, so 35. I know it's been a bit of a messy session with the whole graphics things going on and issues with iRacing and whatever. But, ready to go here once again. Here they come rolling off pit road. Down the front straightaway. All right, 32 minutes to go here in Daytona. As once again they work up to the outside lane. And down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Oh, in the wall. And a wrecking here upside down nearly is the 8 of Cameron Chandler. He goes hard in the wall. As they all wreck down there. So 31 minutes remain in Daytona. Of course, opening practice for the Daytona 500 in season number 4. Oh my God. John Butler goes for a flight. Just about halfway home here in Daytona. as we're under the full darkness from the Daytona International Speedway. Of course, Xfinity started kind of in late sunset. And the Cup Series here once again from the Daytona International Speedway in the dark. Preparing for Saturday night's running of the Daytona 500 in Season 4. Oh, there they go. We're wrecking off pit road here. As you can see, cars spin around. Amarillo, 350. And into the wall hard they go. As they hit. Ooh, multiple hits on the back straightaway. And, oh, another big shot for that 77. Here yet again. Minutes to go here in Daytona. There's Casey Pfeiffer in the 98. Of course, Sir Pfeiffer in the 98. Of course, he's full-time in the Xfinity Series this season. Nope. Webster in the 1 gets sideways. He's actually able to save it. And he's going to collect the field here in the back straightaway. All right. Oh, Butler going for a flip. And here they come once again. Currently Benson leading the inside lane. Down the front stretch yet again. Sparks coming out of that 22 of Cole Wilson, as you can see. So they make contact here down the back straightaway. Kind of 3-wide action through on the back straightaway. Oh, look at Connor Aswell go down low. They are getting aggressive throughout the pack. And there goes Asbel in the white. And Nicole, oh, this is going to be terrible. They all pile up on the outside lane. And there's a stopped Andrew Stacy machine. There's the 71 of Cole Clausen and some others. Oh, and Casey, oh, what a horrific, oh man. And just like the Xfinity Series, we're going to be taking another one of these broadcast breaks as they'll loan the action here with the Cup cars, as this is Daytona 500 opening practice for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series in season number 4. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Stay tuned, we'll have on-track action still playing though. We welcome you back live to Daytona. Sorry for the wait. Oh, it's Cole Wilson wrecks on the back straightaway. He goes into the wall hard, and his car is all torn up, that 22 machine. Oh, trouble. John Butler and Cole Clausen go up into the wall. Now Connor Asbell slams into them, and they all wreck up there. You got Braden Hunsicker, the 7 of Matthew White, the 96 of Andrew Stacy, and the 9 of Bryce Benton all up in line. And they're going to take it to the wall. So only 7 minutes to go here in Daytona for Cup Series opening practice for the season number 4. Daytona 500. Cameron Chandler is upside down. He's flipping. And Cameron Chandler going to land on all 4 wheels as Cole Wilson absolutely rams into him. There is C.J. Erdman. There's the 9 of Bryce Benton, the 1 of Brody Webster. There's Pfeiffer in the 98 as well. Finishing up. Braden Hunsicker comes on to the racetrack. He's got Bryce Benton on his rear bumper. Then he got the 22 of Cole Wilson up to the outside as well, as top 5 currently Stacy, Benton, Erdman, White, and Asbell. Down the back straightaway they go. You got the 77 of Braden Hunsicker there with the 9 of Bryce Benton. You also got the 22 of Cole Wilson and the 8 of Cameron Chandler. So just kind of want to work together a bit. You got a lot of practice for this Daytona 500. You got 4.5 hours in total if you count speed weeks. You count the 3 practice sessions, the full hour practice sessions, and then of course you count the half-hour warm-up session on race day. Cole Wilson in the wall again. He has been wrecking a whole lot of cars tonight. Cole Wilson, as you can see, his cars are ready, and he's spinning once again. It's just been an unfortunate night for Cole Wilson. No other way to put it. As Cole Wilson will roll back on to the racetrack ahead of Ashton Miller in the 79 and the 7 of Matthew White. Wilson has a bit of smoke coming out of his machine. 5 minutes to go in Daytona. So, of course, tomorrow night we will have a no action for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. For the first time ever, they have off on Tuesday. There's going to be no action tomorrow night for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. Just keep that in mind. We were going to have Xfinity Series practice, but that was rescheduled to tonight. Of course, that already wrapped up. In the wall goes Braden Hunsicker, and he'll almost collect Miller, but they're all going to spin down to the inside anyways. And then, of course, on Wednesday night, you have Cup Series second practice for the Daytona 500. And then, of course, you got the IndyCar race, the NASCAR or the IndyCar iRacing FedEx Series season number 4 race, the first ever race for IndyCar in FedEx. That will be at the Daytona Road Course. It's going to be a 30-lap event. 3 minutes to go in Daytona here tonight. They pile it up here once again. So, of course, Wednesday night will consist of Cup practice, like I said, and then the IndyCar race. Thursday is going to consist of Xfinity Series final practice, and then we will have the brand new Gen 6 ARCA cars on track on Thursday night. And that will be a 40 lap showing. That will also be a combination race with iCar, so it'll be the ARCA iRacing FedEx Series and iCar combination race at Daytona, where points for both series will be given. Ooh, hard to the wall, Cole Wilson. Cole Wilson is flying in the air. And he's down here once again. So 2 minutes to go. You got Miller here. Matthew White. And there's the 22 of Cole Wilson. Again hits the wall. .228 to go. All right. So here is the 09 of John Butler rolling back onto the track. So John Butler had a solid season number 3. He made the playoffs, was eliminated in the round of 12, though. Looking for better here in season 4 and looking for possibly his first ever Cup Series win. Less than 2 minutes to go in Daytona here tonight. White spinning back on the back straightaway. Minute and 30. Oh! Big wreck. Multiple cars involved as they go up to the outside and come together. Oh, and now you got Clausen involved, the 96 of Stacy, Cole Wilson, Cameron Chandler, Bryce Benton, all involved as they spin down to the inside. There's Webster in the one McDonald's Chevrolet. In the final minute of Daytona 500 opening practice for season number 4. And that will just about do. Oh my God. Oh, okay. That should just about do it here in Daytona. Of course, the sticker's a bit broken. Not really sure what's happening there, but we'll have to get that figured out before Wednesday night. And that should just about do it here from the World Center of Racing. Checkered flag is in the air here in Daytona. It'll be Andrew Stacy, top of the board as time expires from the World Center of Racing. Oh. And that will do it here from Daytona. Andrew Stacy, top of the board. He leads practice for the Daytona 500. So let's take a look at, of course, your top finishers here in this practice session. Of course, Stacy, he is top of the board. Benton, Erdman, White, Asbell, Piper, Miller, Chandler, Webster, Butler is your top 10. You got the rest of the field down on the left side of your screen. And that will do it here in Daytona for Daytona 500 opening practice. We hope you enjoyed. And that'll do it for tonight. We'll have probably a couple post-race or post-session interviews, I should say, get through, and then we'll be it for the night. And we will have off tomorrow on Tuesday, and we'll be back for an actual race Wednesday with Cup Series practice involved as well. And then, of course, the IndyCar race from Daytona. All right, so we'll just give it a quick second to see if we have any post-session interviews here in Daytona. and we will have a couple. All right, so finishing up the session here once again in Daytona. Let's start them off. Andrew Stacy, top of the board here in Daytona. First practice for the Daytona 500, so that's got to feel good to come right out of the gates with a very quick race car. So what was it like there on the racetrack, and how was it like putting down that fast lap?
It felt real nice. It's like having a dinner date with a torta, eating a taco on a nice Saturday night. I felt like our car was pretty good. And we had a lot of good runs with our team. We tried to, at least at the end there. A lot of practicing maneuverability uh, with the terrace of the field. So yeah, a lot of fun.
All right, well, nice job going top of the board. We'll have off tomorrow night, of course. No action for Speed Weeks on Tuesday, but we'll see you for Cup Series final or second practice, I should say, on Wednesday. And then if you're doing the IndyCar race, we'll see you then on Wednesday as well. So coming up next is going to be the 9 of Bryce. Or I'm sorry, that's not going to be the 9 of Bryce Benson. It's going to be the 94 of C.J. Erdman. CJ Erdman, you guys were fast all throughout tonight with Xfinity and a Cup Series practice. So third here in Cup Series practice, I believe fourth or fifth in Xfinity Series practice. So all of Clear High Racing looks to have a lot of speed this weekend with both the Xfinity and Cup cars. So how has it been on the racetrack so far tonight between Xfinity and Cup? And what is your confidence level after these two practice sessions?
Yeah, me and Eli worked really well together in Xfinity practice. I was surprised by how fast we were able to go, just the two of us. In the Cup stuff, Andrew, we didn't really get to work as a team. There was just too much going on. We couldn't get separated, but the car felt fine. I mean, it's Daytona. It's kind of hard to tell what you have. But overall, good speed. I'm sure, plan it out, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, well, nice job on the run here tonight. Top 3 in Daytona 500 opening practice, and we will see you on Wednesday for the on-track action then.
Yep, thank you.
All right, coming up next here, finishing up post-race interviews, is going to be Bryce Benson. Bryce Benson, a good start out of the gates. You, of course, had a lot of speed on the super speedway at the Monza Oval. A week off, we're back here in Daytona. You finished second in the first session. So overall, what was it like there on the racetrack, and how confident are you in your race car?
Yeah, it handled pretty well. I just wanted to get some racing experience, obviously, from the pit parties and stuff. Gives us a little bit of confidence getting P2 going into the next few practice sessions, and also the Daytona 500. I don't know. Obviously, it doesn't really mean much because it's just practice, but still good to get some momentum heading into the season.
All right, well, nice job here on the session here tonight, coming home P2. And we will see you, of course, for Cup Series second practice, and then, of course, the IndyCar Series race at the Daytona Road Course, both on Wednesday night.
Yep.
Coming up next is going to be the 72 of Connor Asbell. So, Connor Asbell, you guys will come home P5 here in the session. So, ultimately, a pretty decent session for you guys. Top 5. Your teammate Ashton Miller was up there in the running. He finished in 7th. So you guys had worked together very well, of course, in Monza. Do you guys expect some of the same here in Daytona?
Yeah. I mean, today was just unexpected having 2 practice lobbies, so it was like no one was, actually doing it. But yeah, I was working with a couple of the affiliated guys, Braden, Matthew, just a bunch of them, just trying to find my rhythm back and gain a lot of speed back in general. But yeah, I'm pretty sure me and and Miller will be doing just fine. Gary Smith also. I know Aiden Donahue is racing the 500 too, so gonna have 4 cars for Showtime Motorsports, and you're gonna definitely see him up at the front.
All right, well, nice job on the session here, coming home P5, and then your teammate Ashton Miller in P7, and we'll see you on Wednesday night for the on-track action then.
Yep.
All right, coming up next is going to be Cameron Chandler. He comes home P8, I believe. So Cameron Chandler, it's P8 here tonight. It's not the greatest session for you guys. I definitely expected a bit more speed out of your number 8 machine. So overall, take me through that session for you.
Yeah, so we started off pretty well. I think we went top of the board at some point. And then, man, let me tell you, Craston Miller, he was out in full effect. This is the reason he's not a CWR driver. This guy, I don't even know where he came from. He came from Jesus' basement and flew into the field. Like, a word I cannot say because production will kill me. And oh my god, he annihilated Matthew White, and it was a terrible crash. So, Craston Miller, we need to get him out of here for the safety of our drivers.
All right, Cameron Chandler. Terrible session for you guys, though. Let's go on to that. What is your reaction to that?
Yeah, I tell you what too. Connor fastball. Me and my CWR teammates, Cole Wilson and Brody Webster, on my lap 14, we were going 203 miles an hour on the field. Connor fastball decides he's gonna make an attack on my family, and he blocks Cole Wilson, and it spun me out, and I did a blowover, and our cars were never the same after that. So, Showtime Motorsports, Aiden Donahue, I have a bone to pick with your drivers. They are all word I cannot say.
All right, so nice job, Cammy, at the great finish here. We'll see you.
What do you mean? No. What do you mean, Cammy? Don't ever say that again.
All right, nice try. All right, coming up next is gonna be.
I wasn't done. Lively's Custom Diecast, official diecast producer, FedEx.
Nope. Brody Webster is gonna be up next, and we'll have him in for an interview. So Brody Webster, you guys come in P9 here in Daytona. So a pretty decent session for you guys. So take me through all of that.
So pretty much, you know what they say, P9 obviously means you're the best driver in the field, if you're really thinking about it. Especially because we're driving for the Team Chevy Motor Club. Not actually. But, I think there are a lot of terrible drivers in this session, including definitely Cole Wilson, definitely Cameron Chandler, and Andrew Stacy. Don't even get me started, Ethan Trendler. Don't even get me started.
All right, so ultimately, decent session for you guys, and we'll see you in the Wednesday action on track.
So shout out to Lively's Custom Diecast, the official the official
nice
diecast.
Try. Coming up next, final interview of the night is going to be the number 22 of Cole Wilson. So Cole Wilson, a terrible session for you guys. P12. What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, we were just like really, really slow. I think we still had an ETR motor in there from last year. Yeah, that just wasn't our session, and we wreck a lot of race cars that will come out of Ethan Trendler's pocket, and that's it.
All right, so we have a question by somebody for Cole Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Why'd you crash, Cole?
Oh, that was definitely not my fault. But of course, shout out Milo Lively's Custom Diecast, the official diecast producer of the FedEx Cup Series. Shout out to Cameron Chandler and all of the CWR crew.
All right, well, great job on the session here tonight, and we will see.
Interview Richard Cherry.
No, nice try.
No, he needs it.
He didn't race. Nice try.
No, do it. No, he's getting an interview. No, he's gonna get one.
Nope. Drag him then.
I don't have the power to do that.
Too bad. All right.
Shout out Lively's Custom Diecast.
We will see you in the next session, Cole Wilson. All right, so that'll do it. Interesting couple of last interviews, as always, with these guys. with free practice, but we'll be back on Wednesday night for Cup Series second practice, and then, of course, the IndyCar Series race from the Daytona Road Course. So we hope you enjoyed 2 happy hour sessions of practice for Cup and Xfinity. This is the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. We hope you enjoyed. Good night in Daytona. We'll see you on Wednesday.